Namaskar. I welcome all of you to our overall well-being discussion today. I have here Mr. Bhaskar with us. I welcome you, sir, to introduce yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm Bhaskar Majumdar. I'm working with a French engineering consulting firm called Aegis India. I head their corporate affairs, communication, and digital role. I've got a total work experience of 23 years. I've earlier worked with Reliance. I've worked with ESPN Star Sports, and I've worked with multiple, foreign agencies. So my specialty will be more of communication, either the traditional one or the digital one. And the added responsibilities nowadays in Aegis is more of internal communication and employee engagement. With the pandemic hitting us and lockdown and work from has been the new normal. I think the engagement with employees is much more critical than earlier. So in earlier times when there was no COVID and life was normal, the stakeholders used to be more of external. But fortunately, unfortunately, whatever the ground situations are, I think with due importance, employees has also become the important stakeholder for any company. Yeah.
I completely agree with you on that. Employees are our first customer, and depending on how happy they are and their well-being, only the company can actually go forward in a
Exactly.
beautiful way. Mm.
So business and anyone related to business is critical for any company, any organization. And when I say that anyone who's related to business, the first preference will be the internal employees, then comes the external audience or the third parties. So I think unless it's like a family, I mean, unless your family members are happy, you'll not be happy. So it's more of taking care of your internal audience first and then going to the external audience.
Mm. I agree with that. You were also talking something about CSR activities there. What do you do at Aegis? Can I ask?
So as I said, Aegis is an international company. It's a French company. We're present in almost 100 countries, and every country has their specific agenda or a specific objective of looking into CSR activities. In India, our focus was more of how we can help various organizations or community at large on during this pandemic time. So we thought of that, how we can actually help the government authorities or the healthcare authorities to, handle the COVID situation better. And during one of our discussions with the chief medical officer of Gurgaon, he said that, in terms of medicine, in terms of beds, in terms of doctors, in terms of nurses, in terms of all other things, which may not be adequate, but still it's sufficient. Their requirement was very specific of having a IT COVID center which can actually have some kind of digitally recorded data of the patients, their COVID timing, their doses, and everything. So internally we discussed, and it seemed like a good proposition. And being an engineering consulting firm, it suits our DNA also. So with due approval from our MD and our management team, we helped the healthcare system or healthcare department of Gurgaon to set up the IT COVID center. It took us some 3 to 4 days of time, barring the government approvals which were there. And it's now been running for almost 2 to 3 months of time. And I'm quite happy that it has made the system more robust and more digital. So you always talk about digital transformation, unless it's happening on ground, it actually doesn't make any sense. So, and especially in Gurgaon, this health centers are more of in rural areas, and getting data or recording data is as much necessary as getting a medicine or getting medical help. So in totality, that's what we did, and I'm happy that it's running well. And we're still in touch with the authorities over there. In case of any further requirement, we'll be happy to assist them. And we are focusing on all kind of activities which is related to CSR, which can have some kind of benefit to the community at large.
That's a wonderful initiative that Aegis has taken there for the people during the COVID situation. I really applaud the efforts of Aegis. Um, how do you say
Thank
that during this lockdown time, how do you say that it has affected the communication and the health of the employees because they're working from home and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
working more than the number of hours necessary, some
Yes.
people say. So how do you manage that?
See, the pandemic has hit us and it has hit us hard, and we don't know if it's a 3 month phenomena or 6 month phenomena or 1 year phenomena. I mean, let's pray that I mean, everything comes to a normal as earlier, and everyone gets vaccinated as early as possible. But I'm sure that will take some time, and especially with a company like us, where almost 85 to 90% of our employees are scattered in different places of the country on different projects. And when I say they are scattered in different projects, I mean people who have family are actually staying away from their family, or people who are not married, they are staying alone. And especially in engineering space, it's quite necessary that you go to office because of designing softwares which are heavy and which may not be supported by laptops, and you need desktops in office. But somehow we managed it, and somehow our management took the no I mean took the initiative of delivering desktops, or even where the laptops can actually work to their home, so that they can work from home and in comfort, and they don't have to come to office and take unnecessary risks. And I think the major issue with all employees was missing out the office environment, and getting locked in the house for so long. And see, physical issues or physical medical problems is something which one can actually understand, and there are multiple ways medically which can take care of those issues. But mental health is something which half of the people actually doesn't understand. It's more of stress. And when I say stress can be multiple. Stress can be work issue, client pressure, internal pressure, uncertainty in life. Because when I say uncertainty can be anything. It's not necessarily it will be job related uncertainty, because of the environment at large. People are not very comfortable with the way things are happening. I'm not talking about now things actually have gone better. And we have also adjusted to this new normal. We have also understood that COVID will be there, and somehow we have to adjust to it. But maybe 1 year back, it was very difficult for people to to understand. And there was always this mental trauma people were going through. And as it happens, when things were normal, people generally get up by say 7:38, whatever the comfort time, and by 9:30 they're in office. By 6:30 they come home, and then they have family time. On weekends they go out. So that's a set routine which we had for almost say I mean half of our years after we have passed out from school. But suddenly it's getting changed. Your habits are getting changed. Instead of getting up at 7:30, maybe you're getting at 8:39, because we know that the commuting hour of say 1 hour or 2 hour is not required. So and in a way that is actually affecting your health also. So mentally you may be thinking that I'm at home, and I may have this saving this commuting time of 1 hour going and 1 hour coming. But in a way it is actually affecting the overall health also. So it's a combination of everything. And we understood that as I said earlier, that out of our all stakeholders for any brand, I think internal audience is one of the most important one. Because business, anyone related to business, be it external audience, be it internal audience, be it third party, everyone is important for the business. But most importantly, I think the internal audience, as it happens in family has to be happy, so that everything goes well. So we proactively thought that how to engage with employees. And as I said, it's almost 2,700 people scattered scattered nationally. So it was a big challenge. And I think it also helped us to digitally enable us to connect with everyone. So Zoom, Skype, whatsapp whatsapp video, different sessions. Our company thought of organizing yoga camps at the convenient time for the employees. Because as everyone is staying at home, they have multiple household code to also to manage. Because in my family, like we have got two visiting mates who come and help us out with our daily work. But unfortunately during the COVID time, they were also not there. So suddenly, apart from the office work, you have to handle the household work also, which is also very much important. So keeping everything in mind, we scheduled those yoga camps, or normal sessions, that what are the do's and don'ts if you're staying at home. If you're going out, first, it's not I mean, advisable to go out. But even if it's necessary and if it's urgent, if you're going out, what are the 4 or 5 precautions you should take? You carry a sanitizer with you. You carry two masks with you. You carry extra mask with you. Suppose in a place where you have lost your mask, then you have to come back home, or in the way if you are not been able to get a mask, it will be always difficult. So it's also is advisable that apart from having a double mask, you also carry a separate extra mask with you in case of emergency, right? Eating out habits of going out has to be reduced. People coming down to your house has to be controlled. You have to avoid having parties. So there are multiple things which can come under the do's and don'ts, overall do's and don'ts for the during the COVID time. So we only along with HR conducted various sessions. In fact, me and my colleague, I've got another colleague, Tilak Chaudhary, in my team. We conducted this sessions along with HR, and each session used to have almost say 60 to 70 people, and the response was really good. So more than I think people understanding do's and don'ts, they are quite happy that there is some kind of initiation from the brand. And also during this one of this yoga sessions, one of the colleague, he told me that more than doing yoga, I actually come and attend this session because I want to see everyone's face. So that missing out of office and colleagues, at the end of the day, out of 24 hours, 8 to 9 hours is spent in office, and basically that is the cream of the day, cream of the time of the day. So and of course, people, if they're not happy during those time, during those 8 to 9 hours or 10 hours, if stressed, people will not be happy, and that may reflect in your family life also. So I can understand that people were coming and sharing a lot of things which were new for us, like saying something like this, that can I have my wife also to attend the yoga session? We said, yeah, of course. I mean, but it's digital, so you need only one laptop, and multiple people can do. And it was happy that in a way these virtual sessions or connect or engagement actually enabled us to connect with their extended family also, right? And also our HR department and the management team, they took this decision of extended the healthcare benefits for not only for the employees and also for the extended family of the employees. It's not a huge amount, but that small effort can actually give a lot of mental space to the employees, which is required. So it again comes back to mental health. So it's more than COVID. I mean, more than having this thought of I will get affected by COVID, the thought which is bothering me more is if my parents will be okay who are above 60. So if there is a assurance from the brand or various companies that the normal medical expenses or whatever the medical facilities you require, maybe conducting a session with prominent doctors, or maybe utilizing a small help, like once in a week, there will be a doctor on call, can actually ease out a lot of mental stress, right? So during this COVID time, you understood that apart from the Zoom call, Skype, and everything, personal engagement is very much required. And when I say personal engagement, maybe dropping few lines in WhatsApp actually helps. And also social media was a big help. So regular tips on how to do certain things in a certain way, what are the do's and don'ts, especially in the form of small videos or creatives. Nowadays everyone, I mean, the penetration of internet is more, and thanks to a lot of companies, the affordability of smartphone is also become much easier. So simple Facebook post or Insta post or maybe Twitter, if there's some kind of professional message one has to deliver, then maybe LinkedIn. So all these 4 or 5 social media tools can be utilized in a better way to engage with the employees, which we did. And I'll just give you a small example. I mean, we thought that it's too much of creatives and too much of videos we are trying to push in the social media, and we thought of giving it a break for only of say 6 to 7 days. And surprisingly, I started getting calls from employees that I hope you guys are okay, because I hope you are in good health. So I said, no, I'm perfectly all right, and thanks for your concern, but any specific reason you are asking? They said, no, all of a sudden last 3 4 days there is no message in the say in Facebook or Insta or in Twitter, so we thought that hope you guys are okay. So you understood that we may think it's a small thing, but actually people are following it, and that engagement is in a different level altogether. right? So in a Zoom call or in a WhatsApp, it's one to one, right? But you can actually call up the person and you can ask, what are the things which are bothering you? Is there any specific issue I can handle or I can advise on? But in social media, it's like a very generic message which is consumed by multiple people, and in case there is any particular requirement, they can always connect one to one. So I think in this pandemic, I think the adaptation of the digital world, or transformation of digital transformation has actually happened, right? Because if you I mean people are sitting at home, or some are in office, distance is also an issue, work from home and lockdown, there is no other way than connecting digitally. And I think in a way it's good that there is this option, like in previous time when things were normal, there used to be this usage of Zoom and Skype, but we always we prefer to come and have a face-to-face meeting rather than using the digital medium. But suddenly we've realized that this digital medium is quite useful, because you can have multiple people in multiple location, multiple geographies at the same time, which saves time, cost, and the meeting is also successful because there are multiple people with multiple views, depending on what kind of nature of the meeting is. So in totality, I mean, the communication team of Aegis was very proactive, engaging, compassionate, and in a creative way we tried to engage with all employees. And till now I think it's really worked. Let's see, and what's stored in the near future, because I am sure, as I said, this is not a phenomenon which is going to go down soon. And digitally, maybe there are more tools, there will be more innovation digitally to engage with people.
That's really awesome to know, sir. I really like the way you wrote out all the initiatives that Aegis has taken as a company to bring the people who are working in the company, the employees together, to uplift their spirits, not
Yeah,
only to bring them on the same platform, give them a chance to meet their other colleagues, which they're not been able to see for so many days, but also give a chance for the family members of those employees to participate in your sessions, which actually brings the whole family together, with
exactly,
Aegis. Um, that
exactly.
that is really nice. That is something really beautiful which you and the team at Aegis has done. I really applaud your efforts there. What would be one advice that you wish to give to others on well-being, be it another company or being a one-to-one or on family, whichever way you choose?
See, I think the first thing should be, whenever in earlier days we used to board a flight, and there used to be this disclaimer that whenever there is low oxygen, first put on your mask and then help others. So I think the first thing is to do is to help yourself. You have to be fit and healthy, so that you can help, or you can guide your family members whenever there is any issue. And as I said, if the family is happy, you are happy, and then you can extend the similar kind of help to your colleagues, not only to colleagues, community at large. Like for example, I mean, just for a example's sake, in last 3 to 4 months of time, I have started jogging, I have started going for a walk, and from almost 90 kg I have come down to almost 79 kg. So because I never used to think that health, or being fit will be that much of importance. But suddenly I have realized that as everyone says, COVID happens to people with sugar, COVID happens with people with multiple issues or diseases. So I think about time that one should think that how to have a healthy life, to be to practice. And second, if you like me, I've started doing, going out for a walk or running, and looking at me, my wife and son has also started doing it. So in a way, I'm trying to influence others to take up things which is necessary or which is critical for your health. And now extending it, even my friends in my locality have started joining me. So it's like contributing to the society. So I think that is one thing one can do. Second, I think, is more than physically being fit, I think one has to be mentally fit, right? And when I say mentally fit, there can be multiple ways to do it. Yoga can be something which is very helpful. It calms your mind. Healthy food habit is something which is very much necessary. And I mean, I may be sounding bit old, but sometimes devotional songs or maybe some kind of puja, or any I mean, any god, goddess, any divine power one believes in, or maybe nothing, just sit 10-15 minutes to have your own inner peace to come out, can actually help. And I try to practice that, and it has given me a lot of tension free lifestyle, which I'm quite happy of. And I'm sure my friends, my extended family, my near family members, they are also trying to pick it up. So, like my bhabhi has started coming and joining me for a walk. They stay, say, some 3 to 4 kilometers away from our house. So it's like not only walk, it's also having a chit chat in the morning at 5:30, and maybe sharing a cup of tea, which never we used to do earlier. Because earlier we always used to run. I mean, and now you've understood it's not required that you have to run all the time. You need to sit somewhere, have a time for yourself, have a time for your family. And I think slowly the brands and different organizations have also understood that thing. And almost every organization, every brand is trying to give adequate space, time for everyone to have time with their family and adjust to the new normal.
That's really interesting to know, sir, that how much you went through a physical transformation. While you were discussing that, my interview, the previous interview, which took place with a marathon runner, he actually started at the age of 68. Until then, he had not done any kind of physical activity, and
Yeah,
now
yeah.
he's completed three 42-kilometer full marathon runs.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has, like you said, he started running, and then he found a group in his locality in Chennai. Then he moved to Coimbatore, where there was no
Yeah.
existent active group. So he formed a group of his own, and now there are 150 people who actually help each other. They go for events, they participate on virtual events, and they're promoting health and fitness to everyone. It should be a part of life that brings out the happiness of the person.
I completely agree, and I think but this pandemic has actually given us a lot of real life heroes who are actually inspiring us in a lot of way. I mean, health is one aspect, and another aspect is engaging yourself and doing or trying out things which you always wanted to do. Like one of my friend, he was very fond of sketching. During this pandemic time, he said that let me again start sketching, and he started sketching after almost 25 years. And he did a small virtual show of his paintings, and few of the paintings were sold at a good price, and he was very happy that I have this talent in me, and I actually needed this pandemic for my creativity to come out. So I'm sure that every person has some liking, some creativity, some kind of good positive vibes in them, and one has to explore that and has to come out. Health is obviously related to everything. If you are happy doing anything which you wanted to do, I think it has a huge impact on your health also.
I thank you very much, sir, for joining us and giving us such
Thank you,
valuable.
ma'am, for inviting me. Yeah.
Namaskar. Have a beautiful day.